Good morning, everybody. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia. Hello.
I'm the podfather of gaming, Stephen Bonacore.
I'm Chris Vitalis from Everything Epic.
That was a better introduction to yourself, Chris. Thank you. His was a true statement, and I appreciate that.
Huh.
Well, Z, yours was also true.
Whatevs.
I don't. Oh, whatevs? What are you, 10? Anyhow, folks, thank you for showing up to Board Game Breakfast. And Chris, thanks for coming on. People here haven't seen you before. Who are you if they've never seen you before?
The most epic guy in all of games, of course.
Never mind. Boddicker, you've been joined. Okay, continue.
Chris is Jay-Z.
That's right. Chris here from New Jersey. Creators of Secrets of the Lost Tomb, one of the greatest adventure games of all time. The last preview video Mr. Vassell ever did.
So you can read into that what you will, but
Oh my God.
no, was that the last one I did? I know I did it. I guess maybe it was. That was around the time. I remember where I was when I played it and when I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, Big Trouble Little China the game, Rambo the board game. We've done a lot of fun stuff. Whatever it is, of course, it's thematic and it's epic. That's what we do.
Epic.
Well, speaking of Kickstarter, we have some shout outs to some of our backers from our Kickstarter thing. So we want to say thank you to Amber Grimoire from Grimoire Games and Mini Steel, to Anders Burnland, to Dogmar Capel, and the Edinburgh Board Gamers in Scotland. We want to say thank you to Sebastian Mawasi, Matthew McFarlane, and Ohad Pinchevsky.
Everything
Phenomenal
you're saying, Tom, I'm loving. I both appreciate these folks, and I love the way you're saying these names.
Can I get a few of these things in there? I'm going to put some in for you to try to say.
The next, also one last one. Want to say congratulations to Ryan and Janessa Oakley for their 16th anniversary, which is today. So congratulations.
Way to go, guys. Way to go. Lovely.
Folks, there's lots of cool things going on. Chris, before we did this, Chris was just telling us he got back from Essen, the Spiel Fair in Essen, and Origins happened a couple weeks ago, but there's still upcoming stuff. The retreat is 19 days away, Dice Tower Retreat, and we still have 13 tickets available on tabletop.events. The hotel is almost booked, though. That's even more critical than the tickets. So don't wait too long. You can find this information at tabletop.events or email Sharon@dicetower.com. The retreat is sponsored by Arcane Wonders, and everyone who comes gets a copy of Architectura and Sherlock 13.
Awesome.
Cool.
Even more importantly, I shouldn't say more importantly, but as important, Dice Tower East registration opens next Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. And so we're still testing out the registration. You can't register yet. Tabletop Events will have this stuff on it. This is sponsored by Portal Games. They're our premier sponsor and a hot game sponsor, because we're going to have an amazing room of hot games from Board and Dice, and then some swag for our VIPs from Norse Foundry. So this is still being updated on Dice Tower East. You can go find a lot of information there, and you'll be able to, like I said, next Wednesday to sign up for that. Both of these events are happening at the same place, the Carib in Orlando. It's a great hotel. Even Boddicker likes it, and he has called some very good hotels I've been in the past trash.
I don't know if that's true, but Carib is a great hotel.
You came to me and said, "This is the worst hotel I've ever stayed in," and I thought, really?
And you said, "This is my house, sir. Get out." I remember that. I was there.
I feel very confident that I put you up in the worst hotel you've ever stayed in when you came to our 24 marathon in Orlando.
That is 100% true. That was the single worst hotel I've ever set foot in. There's all kinds of on in that hotel that were not part of what we were doing there, and I can't even mention them on this show.
Okay, well that part might be exaggerated, but folks, real quickly before we jump into this episode, we both our streaming software and Skype have decided to update at the same time, basically, and there may be errors. We ran into that a little bit on Monday. We may run into that today. Just giving you a heads up. Hopefully things will run fine. Any errors you see from Mr. Bonacore is because he apparently is still using dial-up. All right. We're going to do a game show with Chris in just a second, but before that, let's jump to a contributor.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, we are Ryan and Bethany.
From Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
All right, today we're talking about the Inspector Mouse, The Great Escape. All right, it has this kind of memory-style game to it where you have this contraption, you're putting bad guys into it, kind of twisting it back clockwise and counterclockwise until eventually, out of the backside, one of the bad guys escapes and rings the sounds of the alarm. So then you guys have to, as the players, remember who it was that escaped.
You know what? I think that we should get kid gaming experts on to give you their thoughts on this game. What do you think?
This could get wild. All right, here's our two daughters who are the experts when it comes to kids' games. We're talking about Inspector Mouse, The Great Escape. What's your favorite part of this game?
Memorizing.
Yeah, you have a good memory.
Oh, yeah.
I think that you do a great job. How about you? What's your favorite part of this game?
I like that they can make real
Makes a real dig noise?
Yeah.
When one of the bad guys gets away and escapes?
Yeah.
All right, so this is a game that you think the other kids are going to like?
Yeah. Yeah, that's about 5 and up would be the best category.
All right, how about you? How old are you?
4 and up.
You think 4 because you're 4? That makes sense. All right, can you say bye, everybody?
Bye.
Well, everybody, it is hard to not want to play a game that your kids are constantly asking for. So this was great in terms of getting the kids to the table to play a game because they wanted to play it all the time. All the time.
Yup.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching us. You can find more of us on Facebook or YouTube or Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. Everybody, this is Ryan and Bethany. Hoping you have a happy, healthy breakfast.
Bye, everybody.
Guys.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new game show called Vox Populi. Fellas, it's time to run for that Roman Senate, and we are going today to see if you are in line with the masses. The masses, of course, being our wonderful viewers. I have here various pairings, 9 pairings to be exact. And I'm going to allow you to go around the horn and pick one pairing that you think you know the truth about. You'll pick the one you want, and you are going to vote for one of the 2 options, the one you think was the most popular indeed. But the rest of you can also vote for that, okay? If you are right, you are going to get a point. If you are wrong, I'm going to take a point away. But if it was your choice, I'm going to give you bonus points for that. Because again, you were the one who called for that vote, and indeed you were right to pick it. So, folks, you are each going to get 3 choices, of course, 9 options here. With you, Chris, being our guest, I'm going to give you a clear field. I'm going to let you be the first one to pick which of these pairings you'd like to say that you definitely know what the people said. So here are all the pairings. There's 9 of them, okay? Here we go. Cake or pie? That's the first one. Stefan Feld or Uwe Rosenberg? The latest hotness or the proven classic? Traveling by train or traveling by bus? The superpower of flight or the superpower of invisibility? James Bond or Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible? Xbox or PlayStation? Dice or cards? And then lastly, best first game Catan or best first game Ticket to Ride?
These are great.
So Chris, which one do you think you know what people said? Which one would you like? And again, folks, if you have not voted on these, the link is in the comments to the straw poll. Click on that. Vote for your favorite in each pair.
Well, you might be able to guess that because of my love of spy films and espionage, I have to go with Bond and Ethan Hunt. So,
okay, great. So, fellas, we are going to be voting on that one. So, James Bond is, you have to.
Could you?
We're live again.
Oh,
I told you we'd crash.
Oh, baby, that's
Oh,
what
you get a
happens
point.
when you
get
dance.
a point.
When you dance with danger. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we're gonna pick up right where we were. We're gonna go with you, Tom, with your pick between Ethan Hunt and James Bond. Again, A, James Bond, B, Ethan Hunt. What do you got, Tom?
I'm going with Ethan Hunt.
Ooh.
Ethan Hunt. Okay, hold that up for me. You can keep it up. Stephen Bonacore, the podfather of being wrong. What do you got? Okay,
But
now
not
he's
only
frozen.
it's James Bond, and I get a chance to say Tom is wrong. Tom is
Okay,
wrong.
fine,
Tom is
fine.
wrong.
So you're going with A. Okay, and Chris is the one who knew this for sure. Chris, what do you got?
A.
You're going with A,
course.
James Bond.
James Bond.
All right, guys. Well, James Bond, as of right now, has 49 votes. Ethan Hunt has 8. Nobody cares about
Whatever.
Ethan Hunt, baby.
I like
So, Tom, you're
Ethan
going to
Hunt.
lose a point.
Ethan Hunt treats his wife really well. James Bond, jerk. That's all there is
Yeah,
to
but
it.
Ethan Hunt also forgets about them between movies. Let's be fair. He has some sort of memory loss. That's true. That's a true statement there.
No, they
All
brought
right.
it back in the last one. They fixed it.
Sure. Where was she? Where was she, Tom, for several years? Ethan Hunt doesn't seem to care. Anyway, Tom, you've got 4 points. You lost one. Steven, you get 1. Puts you up at 6. But Chris, you were right. You're going to 8 points, my friend. 8 points.
Bond.
And now we are going to go to Mr. Bonacore. Mr. Bonacore, which of these pairings would you like?
No, you not get to repeat every single time. You should have remembered one of them.
Well, sure, I remembered one of them, or a
Okay,
few
fine.
of them.
It's fine. It's okay.
Quick.
Cake Pie, Feldon Rosenberg, Latest Hotness Proven Classic, By Train or By Bus, Flight or Invisibility, Xbox PlayStation, Dice Cards, Catan Ticket to Ride. What would you
You
like?
should have a little screen that pops up at least so we can pick
You
off of
should
it.
fight me.
we should have younger people who can remember a few things in between rounds.
I'm gonna remember 20 choices, right? 20 different.
There's 8, and that's 16. We also need people who can do math.
It's getting saucy.
Really ridiculous.
What do you want, Steven?
I want a hotness classic games.
Okay, fine. Whether people want the latest hotness or the proven classic. Okay, so everyone pick your letter, pick your vote there. And then we are going to go around the horn. Chris, everybody got it? Let me go ahead and see what you think, Chris. What do you think? A, by the way, A is the latest hotness, B, the proven classic. Okay, makes sense? Latest hotness, proven classic.
Generally speaking, I feel like people normally want to pick the hotness. You know, they're going to buy that. But when they want their go-to game, they're going to go for that classic. So B,
the proven classic.
Proven classic is the go-to game.
All right, Tom, what do you got?
I'm saying the same thing, but for a different reason. I think the actual answer is A, but I think when it comes to a poll like this, people lie and say B.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Sure.
you're going for that Vox Populi, but you're holding that dagger behind your back already. I got it. That's very Roman of you.
I think people think they want the classics, but then they play the hottest. That's what I think happens.
Okay, Steven, what do you got?
Tom is being mean to the audience, but he is right in this case. It is the proven classic.
The proven classic. All right, so you've all said the same thing. Let's take a look here, guys. So we've got the proven classic has 23 votes. The latest hotness has 37 votes. You are all wrong. That's going to cost each of you a point, but Stephen Bonacore, that's going to cost you 2, baby. Thanks to Tom Vassell for this rules update. Sorry. All right. So, Stephen, you're at 4. Tom, you have 3 points. And Chris still has the lead with 7 points. And Tom, now it's you. Those 2 options are off the table. What would you like?
What's left? I'm kidding. Feld versus Rosenberg.
Feld versus Rosenberg, a matchup for the class, for the ages. We'll settle this in the arena. All right, guys. So it's going to be Feld A, Rosenberg B. Make your choices now. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Stephen Bonacor, what have you got?
All right, I'm gonna go with Feld. And I think it's Feld because based on that last one, everyone's always talking about what's the latest Feld. They don't do it as much, I don't think.
What is the latest Feld?
I don't know, but they're looking for it.
Good job.
All right.
What's the latest Feld, Tom? What is it?
I don't know either.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Chris, what do you got? You go with Feld or Rosenberg?
Feld.
Feld as well. Feld's name equates with latest. With the thing we must have. And Tom is giving me a backwards B. I like that.
Oh, you're right.
You're so precocious. You're such a precocious little cutie. All right, so Tom is saying B, and it was his pick, guys. Maybe Tom knows something you don't know. Let's take a look here.
I don't know, but Howard Tao is, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, well, the votes are, one of them has 22 votes. The other one has 41 votes.
Woo.
So almost twice as many. Oh, it just went to 42 votes. So, and it's the lead is Rosenberg, guys. It is indeed Rosenberg with the 42 votes. Mr. Vassal is on fire. He loves that Rosenberg. So here we go, Tom. 3 points for you.
I'm back in the game, baby.
The other two of you have just lost a point. So Tom and Chris tied at 6 points. Bonacor, half of that with 3 points.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's rude.
All right, here we go. Back around the horn again. Chris, what would you like of what's left? And again, I will be happy to repeat these. It's fine.
Xbox or PlayStation? Let's go.
Xbox or PlayStation. All right. Go ahead and pick your winners. Vote with the people.
Wow, I don't even know. I don't know this one. You couldn't have thrown like Nintendo in there? All right.
No, that's the point, man. I don't care how cute and precocious your backwards B's are. We're going with the grown-ups consoles. Hey, Nintendo's for kids, little babies. That's not true, folks. I love Nintendo. All right, here we go. Tom, did you pick yet?
I did.
All right, let's see. It's so it's Xbox, PlayStation, right? A Xbox, B PlayStation.
I'm gonna go with PlayStation, if only because they have the newest system, and also I own it. So.
Newest by about a week, Tom. You know that, right?
I know it's close.
He knows
I know.
nothing. He knows nothing.
Come on, Jon Snow, get with it. Okay, Bonacor, what do you got?
Obviously, it is Xbox.
Xbox. Okay.
What's your reasoning behind that, other than the fact that you still just learned this morning that these are both consoles?
Because I think it's more popular. That's why.
Okay.
Simple as that. Because I know
Chris,
things.
Who do you want to correct here, Chris? Which of these two stooges is wrong?
I own both, but I know the voice of the people. The voice of the people is always PlayStation. Always.
PlayStation.
PlayStation, baby. Let's see these votes, guys. Let's see these votes.
Voice of the people.
Let's take a look here. They're not that far. One has 37 votes. The other one has 28 votes. So they are pretty close. But Chris, you're right, baby. It is PlayStation at the top. PlayStation at the top. Bonacor, that's another point down the drain, baby. Pretty soon you're going to get kicked out of the Senate. Tom, you get 1. Chris, you get 3. Current scores are 2. I'll let you guess who that is. Tom has 7 and Chris has 9.
My Vox is not very popular.
Voice of the people.
Not very popular. It's time to redeem yourself, sir. What would you like? Do you need me to repeat these? Do you want do you want your warm milk? Talk to me. What do you need?
Chris, stop laughing.
Talk to me, baby.
I'm gonna go flight versus invisibility superpower.
Ooh, that's powerful stuff.
That's a tough one.
All right. Well, that's what he wants. That's what he thinks is the easiest to tell apart. Okay. All right. That's what you think. I hope you understand that the game is about picking the thing that you definitely know will be the one or the other, right? On your choice. Because you get 3 points for their one. I don't think Steven understands
Definitely.
how games work.
I forgot. I don't know the rules. It's common for me, as Tom will tell you.
All right. So if you're sure about this one, let's go ahead and go with that. All right,
Gotcha.
guys, it's going to be
Not sure.
A, flight, B, invisibility. That's the shorthand there for you. All right, Chris, what are you going with? A, flight, or B, invisibility?
Flight.
Flight, baby. Yeah, because you just had that long flight to Essen. You'd rather get there, on your own time.
Every time. That's 100%.
You probably have to pay extra for luggage because you like put it on your back, and zoom there. But still, your back's gonna pay for that one. Tom, what are you going with? Flight or invisibility?
This was a tough one. I'm picking invisibility because I always felt flight would be cool until I got hit by a plane. And invisibility, yes, you probably also get hit by a car because you forget you had it on. But I feel like invisibility would be easier to like rob a bank or something.
Oh, my
Not that I would
goodness.
do that.
Okay,
I'm going
wow.
by what others would say.
So that's
Wow.
why you're going to pick it, because you're going to rob a bank. Very good, Tom. It's really,
Wow.
really good. Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
Well-
So Steven, what do you think? Which one's right, man?
I'm going to visibility.
You're going with invisibility.
Well, let me ask you this, Mr. Bonner.
Yes.
If you had invisibility, what would you use it for?
Be careful.
Spy on all the things you do.
That's real. That got
Here.
creepy. Very
Creepy.
We're gonna go ahead and move on very quick. We're gonna take a look at what we've got here: flight and invisibility. Okay, one of them has 30 votes. The other one has 47. Not a huge margin, but still a spread there. And I hate to tell you guys, but the winner here with 47 votes is flight. Flight is beating invisibility.
All right,
So,
fair
Chris,
enough.
you were right. You're going to get a point for that. Tom said the wrong thing. He loses one. But Stephen Bonacore, on his own choice. You know what? Here's what I thought, Stephen. I'm gonna give you a peek behind the curtain here. I figured starting with 5 points is enough for these guys to not have to go negative. Well, guess what, buddy? You just hit 0, okay?
Oof.
You're at 0 now. If
Also,
you mess
see,
up
you
again,
always go negative in these games.
this is
Not
come on,
negative.
man. Anyway,
I like-
you're for Bonacore. Tom 6, Chris 10, dominating the field. My goodness. All right, Tom,
love
it is your choice. What do
Train
you
versus
want?
bus. Train versus bus.
Train versus bus.
Okay, all right,
Or
guys.
bus versus train. I'm not sure what the order was.
Well, let
Which
me
way
see
is
what
it?
I
Which
wrote.
way
The
is
order I wrote them in is all I'm doing here. I said train bus. Yeah, A train, B bus.
All right.
All right. Obviously, we're going to go to you last, Tom. So, Steven, what do you got? A train, B bus.
Obviously, the train. Buses suck.
Train. Okay. Train. Very old world way of traveling. Very elegant. It fits you.
Dracula only travels on the train. We know that.
All right. Chris, what do you got? Train or bus?
So you all heard about the shipping problems in China and all that stuff right now, I'm sure. So because I was able to find a very interesting way to transport my games from China to Poland via train instead of boat, of course, I have to go with train because,
Devices.
as he said, vampires travel by train. I literally sent Vampire the Masquerade by train from China. Very interesting. Train.
Very nice.
fun
Always
fact.
thinking of the theme, this guy. Always being
All
thematic.
right.
Train.
My answer is going to
fun-
have a whole lot less advertising in it, but I'm also picking train because I think the riding in a train is more romanticized than a bus.
I have a
agree
fun
with that.
fact, though. See, I have a serious fun fact for everybody. The train lines, yes, run. There are trains that run from China all the way to Poland, but they don't go past Poland. Why? Because of the divide between East and West. That they didn't want the same gauge trains on the West as it was on the East, so they stopped those train lines there. It's true.
Did you say
So
this was a fun fact?
it's a fun fact of the way the world, developed during the Cold War days. Yes, I think it is. So you can train your games or products from China to Poland, but you can't get them any further. You got to pick them up and truck them after that, or put them on a boat or whatever.
No, never again. That's the last aside you get.
That was excellent fun
That's
fact.
it.
I'm going to ask
Stick with vampires.
everybody in
Stick
chat.
with talking about
Fun fact.
vampires.
All right.
All right, guys. So you all said the same thing. You all said trains. Let's take a look here. What do we got? One of the two answers only had 2 votes. And it is definitely traveling by bus. Because you're right. You are indeed correct. Trains and the elegance, right? And like you said, it's kind of romanticized, blows away being stuck on a bus. Yeah. So fantastic. And that was your choice, Tom. Is that correct?
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3 for you. 1 point for everybody else. Bonacor, congratulations. You have 1 point, my friend. Tom, you have 9, and Chris only has 11. So you are all within striking distance. Very nice. Very
Chris, I need
nice.
you to miss a couple here.
So, Chris, we are back to you. Your choices that are left at this point that no one's picked. We've got, have you all done 2 now, or you've all done 1?
We've all done 2. You have 3 things left, I think.
Okay, so let me double check, because this is not going to go around the horn the same way. So we got cake and pie. We haven't done that. We have not done dice and cards, and we have not done Catan and Ticket to Ride. And so, for fairness' sake here, we are going to let whoever has the fewest points at this moment pick from the 3 that are left. I believe it's, let me double check my math here.
So I
yeah,
could possibly have a better chance of going negative. I love that. That's a great
No, you
way
have a
of
better
doing it.
chance of picking one that's obvious, my man. Catan, Ticket to Ride, dice and cards, cake or pie. What do you
All
want?
right. You want me to pick the most obvious or the hardest one? I like
Well, the most obvious would net you 3 points. You can't win unless they mess up somehow more than the absolute possible. But
I like degrees of difficulty. So
all right, what do you want?
All right, I'm gonna I'll take dice versus cards.
Dice versus cards. Fantastic. So it's dice is A, cards is B, guys.
I feel like randomizing this answer.
Really?
Oh, interesting. Just to give Bonacor a chance, or
I thought it was,
No, because I think this will be a close vote.
I thought it was fairly obvious, but
okay. Well, let's see, Tom. Once you've picked one, let's see what you're going with here. A for cards, B for dice. No, right? What did I say? Sorry, I might have switched that.
It's dice cards.
Dice cards. Yeah.
I'm going to go with cards, even though this is the dice tower. I think people like cards better.
Okay, cards.
I like dice better. But
you're going with
cards for me.
Cards. Okay, Chris, what do you got? Dice or cards?
I also had to go with cards, even though we're on the dice tower.
And you have a big die behind you.
There's a giant D20 back there.
We both like dice.
All right.
It's cards.
Okay, Steven, this is your chance, baby. Come on.
Yeah. Here we go. It is obviously cards.
Obviously, you said that about Xbox too, so I don't think you should be throwing the word obviously around so much.
Obviously.
Okay, guys, the votes are 35 votes and 44 votes. Pretty close.
That's pretty close.
Cards is indeed the winner with the 44 votes. So you're going to get 1 point, Tom, 1 point, Chris, 3 points, Bonacor.
Is he back in the game?
He's back.
No.
He's still playing. Let's say that. He's still here.
in the game.
Bonacor, you have 4, Tom 10, Chris 12. And Tom, you are now second lowest, so it's your pick between the 2 leftover choices. Catan or Ticket to Ride?
Versus Ticket to Ride.
All right, great. So it's
surprised.
Catan A, Ticket to Ride B, guys. All right, and Bonacor, you're going to be the first one to show me your option there. Catan A, Ticket to Ride B, and this is the way this was phrased was best first game, Catan, or the same thing, Ticket to Ride.
Obviously, it is Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride. Okay, you think people are just a little bit over Catan at this point? Okay.
10 years ago, they were over Catan. Yes.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Chris, what do you got?
It's A, Monopoly. I mean, Catan.
Really? Catan?
Catan.
Catan. You thinking that people said Catan? Okay.
Yeah,
Tom is saying Ticket to Ride as well.
I got you.
Well,
Catan, folk.
all right, Tom. This is a big deal because Chris could be wrong here and you could be right. That's a swing, baby. That's a swing of the gates.
Vox
Oh
Populi.
my goodness. Let's take a look. What have we got? One of them has 24 votes. The other one has 56 votes. And the winner is Ticket to Ride.
Da, da,
56
da.
votes. Chris, you said Catan. That's -1. Tom, 1, 2, 3. And Bonacor, yeah, he gets a point. So, Tom, you are now at 13 points. Chris has 11. Bonacor is still here. Let's do the final one. You have no choice,
It's all down to
Chris.
cake and pie.
It's all down to cake and pie.
I am amazed you didn't take this one, Tom.
Just because I don't know what the answer would be. I'm trying to pick things I think I know what the people would choose.
Yes, but it's more fun to pick one.
You don't, again, you really don't understand how this works. I'm telling you right now, you don't get it. You did not get it. We'll try again in a couple weeks.
You could have put beer versus wine for me, and I would have taken it even if I don't know the answer. But go ahead, that's all right.
All right. So cake, A, pie, B. This is Chris's choice. You'll be last. Tom, you're first. Show me what you got. A, cake, or B, pie?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna pick pie because it's better.
Pie is
I know
better than cake. Okay.
I know that's your answer.
It is,
Steven,
but I don't know.
What are you thinking, Steven?
And because Tom is wrong about this, and I don't know which one's going to be better. I mean, for the audience, it is cake. That is
Wait,
the
do you
right
like
answer.
cake better than pie?
I like cake better than pie.
Next time he's down here and we have key lime pie, he gets none.
I still get it. I just don't like it as much as key lime cake.
Get it. I don't key lime cake.
I want the key lime cake instead.
All right, Chris, this is it, man. What do you got? Oh, getting serious. Cake or pie?
It's pie.
Pie, folks. It's
Wait, don't you have to say
pie.
cake to win, no? Oh, no, he doesn't.
No, it doesn't matter, right? Because he's getting 3 points. All right, so you said pie. Let's take a look here, guys. These are very close. Very close. 43 votes for one, 37 votes for the other one.
Ooh.
They're basically right next to each other almost in the results here. The winner of the game here in a moment is going to be the lover of pie. Pie is the answer. And so, Bonacor, you said cake. I'm going to take a point away. This is really completely ritualistic. This is meaningless, mind you. Okay, there you go. Bonacor, you ended with 4 points. Now, the other two of you both said pie. Is that correct?
Yes.
Tom, you got a point. Chris, you get 3. Hold up. Something just happened with my math, fellas. 4 points for Bonacor. Tom, you have 14. Chris, you have 14. What is going on here?
Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness me. Here is what I want to know from you guys. Of all the things, here's a tiebreaker, and I'm going to start with Chris. Of everything, absolutely everything, I don't think I gave this away. Because these are all on the same poll. Which thing got the absolute most votes? Of between the two things, right? So I want you to tell me from the top of the list, pick one of them, any of the things, and if you're closer to the top, you're going to win. Of all of the different entries. Tom, pick one.
Catan and Ticket to Ride.
And the winner between those two, obviously, right?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm picking the winner. The one. I thought we're not combining the two.
You're not, because they all should have gotten, every pair should have gotten the same amount of votes.
The
You're
single
picking
item
all
that got
these
the most.
things, like for example,
all right,
okay,
Ticket to Ride then. Ticket to Ride then. So I'll say Ticket to Ride.
okay, Ticket to Ride is the third thing from the top. It has 56 votes. Chris, pick anything. If you want to have the absolute highest. The greatest divide is ideally what you're looking for. Right?
Well, okay, yes. I know
I'm
what I
not
should have
counting
picked.
the one I said. Don't worry.
It's a tough one. How about hotness? versus classic.
Hotness is the 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th
I
thing.
thought you said second.
No, the 7th. Hotness. The latest hotness is the 7th thing. The one that got the absolute most votes was traveling by train.
Train, yeah.
Train.
And
Yeah,
after
I
that,
remembered
James
that.
Bond. James Bond obliterated Ethan Hunt. And then
Oh,
Ticket to Ride would have been the greatest
Boo.
divide.
Mission Impossible
So,
movies are
Tom,
better than James Bond.
I'm giving you half a point for that, Tom. I'm giving you no. You know what? Never mind, Tom. I'm giving you Bonacor's points. Tom, you squeaked out a win, but Chris, that was a commanding lead for most of the game, folks. That is Vox Populi. Thank you very much, and thanks, Chris, for coming on and hanging out with us, man. That was fun.
Chris.
We appreciate it.
Thank
Jersey
you.
represent.
Fantastic. Let's check out some contributors, shall we? Here we go.
I've collected books full of evidence in support of the idea that there are worlds beyond our own, and people, creatures that have come here from somewhere else.
So you believe these creatures are alien beings of some kind?
The Pennacook Indians described similar things, did they not, Professor Wilmarth, ages ago? They said that the beings were not native to this earth, that they had flown here from the stars, creatures in league with Satan, only too happy to lead mankind down the path to sin.
As Ian approached the lab, he was astonished to see the body of his fellow soldier lying on the bed, dead. Needles injected in it, draining blood from it. Weird inscriptions and diagrams were drawn around it. Now, Ian knew one thing. He needed to disrupt whatever was happening here.
Assalamu alaikum. Cthulhu Death May Die came with episodic boxes, and that was great if you want to play one episode at a time. But if you're like me and want to actually have a lot of games out of your single game, then you would prefer a campaign-like play. And that is what the story mode is going to bring for you. It is going to have 10 episodes instead of 6, so there are 4 additional episodes in this, which I have custom made, which are going to add more variety to the game, as well as an overarching story, which not only links all those missions that come in the season 1 of the original base game, but also all these myths and stories that are featured in this one are delved into the real myths, real folklores around the region of Middle East. And if that's something that really fascinates you, because it is something that I really like, then this is something which I will consider an essential if you like Cthulhu Death May Die. So if you are interested, get it from the link below. Happy gaming!
Hey everyone! Today on the plastic canvas we're turning the angel from Destinies from this into this in just 2 minutes. Hey everyone, Matt here from the Plastic Canvas, and today on 2 Minute Mini we are painting the angel from Destinies. Now, in a couple of episodes ago of 2 Minute Mini, I painted the free spirit from Aetherfields, and I talked in there about how whenever I paint a mini, I always try and find one key focal point that I'll be able to spend a bit of extra time on and really make stand out, so that when someone's looking at the mini, that is the part that their attention is drawn to. And again, with the angel here, it was very, very clearly going to be the wings. And so I took the same basic approach that I used to paint the wing on the free spirit from Aetherfields by blending from a dark color through to very, very light. But here, because I had much, much bigger wings to work with, I was able to build a lot more contrast and a lot more depth in the color. So you can see again, I've gone for a two-tone effect with the wings. So some of the feathers are purple and then some of them are blue. And then it is just a simple blend from either a very, very dark purple or a very, very dark blue through to pretty much white right at the tip. Now, this is definitely one of those effects where if you just look at a small part of it, like if you just look at one feather on its own, it doesn't look like anything too special. But when you take the whole wing in together and you look at how much depth of color that there is, going from either that very, very dark purple or dark blue through to white on every single individual feather, the combined effect of it is just so, so cool. I was so happy with how this ended up coming out, and out on the table, towering over those other smaller minis, it just looks awesome. But if you would like to see the full version of this video where I go through each of these steps in greater detail, just head over to my channel, The Plastic Canvas, and I hope you enjoy your breakfast.
All right, folks, let's take a look at the news of the week. So we're going to start with some convention news. We just had some very good feedback, all very positive feedback from people who went to the Spiel Fair in Essen. We also heard about Origins. Gamma says that there was 10,746 total attendees there. Actually, I think I was talking to Mike. I think they clarified there's that many badges sold, which I suspect means there's actually slightly fewer people than that, but that's still 10,000 people likely.
Right.
So that's a little more than half of what they normally have.
Right. So this is in line with, I think, almost every major convention that we've seen so far. Gen Con had half. Essen has an unofficial number published. I don't know if you saw that one, because Dominique of Mayor's Verlag tweeted out, "Thank you 94,000 times," or something like that, which was indicating they had 94,000 tickets, turnstiles. That's the way they count.
Right. So you divide that
so
by
this is good.
4, so it sounds pretty close to. But I don't know how that's possible because they said they had a limit of 20,000 a day.
Where?
I read that somewhere.
And I said, yeah, well, that comes out about right. They did
20 times 4 is 80.
So they probably resold a few more tickets here and there. But that was the number that I'm taking a guess at that. I don't know that. But I'm thinking that they had their turnstiles were around 94,000 based on her tweet. So all of these conventions are basically doing half, which is not bad, I think, in my opinion, for this year. Hopefully next year we're back to closer to the 2019 numbers.
We'll wait and see. They just announced also Gamma. The trade show is happening in 2022. It's happening in Reno, Nevada, and they're requiring vaccines or negative COVID tests. And of course, this is still far enough away that we won't know exactly how it's going to work till we get there.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. New Colt Express stuff is coming. This won the Spiel des Jahres in 2015, so 6 years. Now we got Colt Express 2 trains and 1 mission. So this is. It says 3 to 9 players. I don't think Colt Express went to 9, did it?
That doesn't sound right.
You mean
I
that?
don't think so.
Yeah, so it says players are working together in teams now. So, and you have to be
that's why. That's why they can go to 9 probably.
It also adds 3D train with special cars, 2 new bandits, Misty and the twins. And you can betray your team or not, an AI bandit. Wow, this sounds like a whole lot of stuff. I hope it's good. I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Is this a brand new game or is this more content? This is an expansion?
It says expansion.
Okay.
I do wonder if it's a standalone expansion, though. I don't know.
I don't think so because there's only 2 new characters or something. That won't work, right?
Yeah, that's true. But it doesn't matter because they're also releasing a big box. So I guess everything will fit there. It says they're going to package it and the expansions into this big box. So I guess you can buy this big box. And also there's a new bandit called Silk. And it also, they did note that this Silk will be available later from their web shop. So, no, I'm sorry. Never mind. This item you can buy from their web store. Yeah, everyone's making a big box now. I like Colt Express a lot, but I don't know that the expansions were completely necessary. So I don't know how much I'm excited about this product because Colt Express to me is just a fine game by itself.
Yeah, I'm excited because I never owned Colt Express, so this would be a great way for me to get it with the first 2 expansions, and if I really, really do like it, I can always buy the other one they just announced. So this is cool.
Yeah, it just seemed weird that the new one isn't just included in here, though.
That is odd to me, too, especially the back-to-back announcements. But maybe there's room for the new one. I don't know.
Maybe. Okay, maybe.
All right, so Phalanx Games, who does a lot of war-style games, is coming out with Purple Haze. This is a tactical combat story creation game set in the Vietnam War. 1 to 6 players. 90-minute game. It's coming to GameFound in the first quarter of next year. I like the name and the cover a lot, actually.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they're talking about a
war game. He's out.
Three-dimensional.
No, go ahead. See.
I mean, they're talking here about
I've never played
detailed tactical combat game as well as a story-driven campaign. It says supports 1 to 6 players, plays in 90 minutes.
That's a hard thing to imagine. I wonder if it's 90-minute campaigns. Like, if it's a story-driven game, like, is it part of a larger experience?
Yeah, right.
Love the cover. I love the concepts going on here. I never played U-Boot. Did you? U-Boot.
I played U-Boot. It's from Phalanx. It's a big submarine cooperative game that has a computer or an app that you use. It is a very in-depth, very heavy game. Each person has control one part of the ship. At one point, everything happens in real time, but you can slow time down to actual time. So, like, for example, if I'm like, we're going to travel to the North Sea, the Baltic Sea or whatever, then we speed time up really fast on the computer. But then when we sight an enemy submarine, you go down to real time. But as you're making decisions, the submarines are getting closer and you got to shoot at them. It's an awesome experience that I will need a teacher to teach me again when I play it because there's so many rules involved.
I mean, it sounds amazing. And if they're achieving something equally cool, then this sounds really good. I'm a war gamer, a light war gamer, medium war gamer. So this is cool.
All right, so publisher NSV Games. This is from Germany, and you'll notice that some of these games here are published by other publishers. In fact, I think Pandasaurus has the last 3 for sure. I don't know who publishes Quicks in America. But these are
I think Game Right published Quicks.
Yeah, maybe. But these are a nature line. So basically, there's no plastic involved in the game at all. So they put those little paper things around the card decks, which, by the way, I don't hate when games come packaged with those. Pads and instructions, unpainted wooden pencils, a box that's in a slip case, water-based varnishes, sustainable inks, wooden dice. I applaud their effort here. I think that I don't like the box covers themselves. I wish they would just have stuck with the original box covers. See, they put the box cover in that brown surrounding thing, so that's like, oh yes, also it's nature. I don't know that I love that.
That is the cover of it. What we're looking at here is the new cover.
Yeah.
That is odd. I thought it was the thing inside that. So that is very strange. Yeah, I applaud their effort too. Are they shrink wrapping the boxes? I mean,
no. It says
that they are.
It's a slip case. It's going to be
inside a slip case. Yeah, inside a slip case is how they.
What's a slip case? Sorry.
I don't know. They put it inside a thing that is paper, I guess, or cardboard or something. Yeah, made from recycled cardboard.
Boxes packaged inside a slip case. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're going all in. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you got to applaud an effort like that. I mean, as simple as that. I mean, we're not getting rid of plastics in any time soon, and probably not in even your lifetimes. Forget about mine. But this is a step. Yes, I made a joke for you. See,
that's good. That was cute. That was cute. You're
so in this same line, then they announced a new game called Snowware with a beautiful cover, and apparently there's 111 cards in a deck, and you're spreading them out. And none of the, I guess you're trying to find cards with fire showing that are not completely covered by other cards. So Z's going to hate this game.
I believe I am. I saw the announcement. I sort of saw how it worked, and I believe that yes, I would very much not hate. I think I will despise it. It sounds like everything I hate in games because you just make a mess of cards, and then you take one that isn't being covered by another one, except at most a corner. Good luck with that one. It's like, is that count as just a corner or not? Whatever. Take it, and then you flip it over to the other side, throw it back on there or something. Who cares? I'm making myself upset just talking about it.
All right, well, let's get back to non-nature-friendly games. From the same company, we have Splitter. And this is a cover Boddicker would have approved, where it looks like every other roll and write game.
Yeah, baby.
Roll and writes are mostly abstract. How are you going to make it better than that? It's just going to be what it is.
It's just so dumb. They always show the dice bursting on the screen, and it's like, woo! Come on.
There you go. Tom Vassell, graphic designer. I can't wait to see your better version of that cover.
Really? So you have to do something to be able to criticize it?
No, well, yes, or at least come up with
that's baloney. You don't have to
a better idea. Come up with a better idea, Vassell. That's all I'm saying. Come up with a better idea.
You don't have to. You don't have to know what's better to know something is bad. That's not the case.
You kind of do.
Really? So if you see a bad movie, you need to be able to write a better plot.
You should have a better idea for the plot. Yeah, which is what I do. I do that. Like if oh my God, why couldn't he have done this or done this or had the bad guy do this? Yes, I do that. You're not coming up with better ideas.
That's garbage. All right, moving on.
This is way more interesting already than that Snow Bear game.
Way more interesting than the game.
All right.
No, this looks cool. Actually, I'm excited about this Splitter game. It sounds pretty good.
I'm sure the game might be fine. I was complaining about the cover.
Yeah, no, I get it.
All right. DeVere has an expansion coming for Red Cathedral. When Red Cathedral was released, it got some buzz, but as the year has gone by, it's gotten more and more buzz. DeVere's like hot right now. Mostly, their new Patoku game and then this Red Cathedral are both really doing well. So Contractors, an expansion coming in 2022.
Okay. Yeah, this game has been gaining some traction, it seems, huh? A little bit of a sleeper hit there. Very cool.
All right. So have you ever heard of Molang?
No.
Yeah, so I looked it up online, and there's Molang.com, and they're like little pinko, little dudes. It almost looks like a Hello Kitty kind of vibe to it. Anyway, so it's Ox Eye Media is going to develop games, comics, and puzzles featuring the Molangs. So this is from Korea. I think it was there after I was there because I don't remember seeing this in different spots. So it's a little series. Yeah, it first aired on French television in 2015 and spread out. So
they're making games that feature this theme, basically, this IP, right?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll have to wait and see how they work.
Cool.
All right, one of the greatest video games of all times, Heroes of Might and Magic 3, is turning into a board game. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 came out in 1999 and was directly responsible for me not doing so well in a couple of classes in college. That is not a lie. I was addicted to this game. I loved it. And it's out for the iPad, and you can play it, which is exciting.
Oh, boy.
Anyhow.
Here we go.
No. What do you mean, here we go?
Here we go. Productivity is about to take a nosedive, Tom. It's available on the iPad. Remember 1999? Oh, what a night. I stayed up playing.
Anyway, this is coming.
Magic
Unfortunately,
3.
this is coming from Archon Studio. That's not unfortunate. But what I mean is, it's not going to be. It's being kickstarted in November of next year. So there you go. There's your announcement. Forget about it for a year before it's even kickstarted, which means you won't get it till 2023. So
really, this is an early announcement, man.
Yeah,
wow.
No kidding.
Insanely early, and it doesn't make any sense to announce this early, but hey, what do I know? It looks good. I mean, obviously it's a great IP to base a board game on. I never played the game, but I might have just dabbled in a demo version or something like that. But yeah, it'll be a hit. It'll definitely be a hit.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
If it's a good game.
Alrighty, well, DC Deck Builder, well, not DC Deck Builder, but Cryptozoic is making a digital collectible game in the DC universe. So it's not DC Deck Builder, it's a new game called DC Dual Force. So they're saying collectible. Okay. I like this. DC Dual Force is being touted as a fresh new way to play a collectible card game. Okay, sure, I guess it's it's a digital collectible card game that's not new. Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, and other ones already exist. But anyhow, maybe it's a collectible deck building game? I don't know.
They said collectible card game, or at least Mike probably put that in here. He must have got that directly from one of their.
Sure, but I mean, a collectible card game is how you buy the cards. I don't know how you play the game.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. They don't have a date on this one either, right? Do they?
Collectible card game, though, implies that you'll deck build, right? So you probably will be buying packs or individual cards, that kind of thing, and then creating decks. So that's sort of something that just flows.
You'll deck build before the game. Yes.
So yeah, nothing sounds specifically new here. New for this game is new, and it's in the DC universe is new. So love to see. Hopefully the game is good. DC stuff is tended to be less good.
I like the look of these cards. I will say I like the look of the cards. I think it's a good looking frame and artwork and everything.
The artwork is beautiful. I mean, I love Batman's look. Harley Quinn's look is great.
Yeah,
it looks ferocious.
Hopefully it's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, at the Essen Fair, which we just talked about, Yellow announced the whole slate of new stuff. So here we go. First of all, the Animals of Baker Street, because we're going to milk this Sherlock Holmes theme into the ground. But it looks like an interesting little game for kids. So I like the look of the cards in this one a lot.
Okay.
I like the doggy, so I like it.
Wagon Infernal is a game coming out. This is a game from Thomas Brissot. It's a cooperative game, and you need to play through the whole deck of cards in less than 7 minutes. But you're on a hand card. It keeps moving. This card reminds me of that. This game looks like that Roller Gate game, doesn't it?
A Roller Gate, yeah, it does.
I don't think it is, though.
It is not. I know it's not, because that also was republished. It's like an alien game with an alien theme. So this is not that. And also this sounds like it has a real time element to it.
It sounds really fun to me, because it looks like you're just playing through like, come on, play the right card so we can keep the cart moving before we die. I think that sounds fun.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And then Little Town is getting an expansion. I don't think there's a name for it. So so Little Town is getting expansion. That's all we know. You're getting some cards, and if you spend, you have these blank cards, you can upgrade those cards when you place different workers on the board. This game has been another slow burn. I don't think this got a lot of buzz when it first came out. In fact, I thought it was just okay, but I found out lots of people are really enjoying it. So that's good.
I have not played Little Town.
It's good. I like it. It's a cute little game.
Then they're coming out with Break the Cube, which is successor to Break the Code. I don't think I played Break the Code. Did you, Z?
No.
Have not.
I'm interested in this, though. That looks cool. Looks like a fun deduction style game.
It looks quite small. I mean, it's like a little compact thing. If it's a deduction game in a little box, that's neat. I like that.
So somehow you're going to be using cubes or pieces of wood to block off different things to create the right code. Interesting.
Distant Suns is coming from them. This is a choose and write game where the cover is still not great, but better than just a pair of dice on the cover.
This is a thematic roll and write.
I think this is a cool cover, Tom. That's a cool looking cover.
It's a retro
it's hard to tell because
sci-fi.
it's smaller in the thing. Either way, it's definitely better than the other cover. So there's your answer, Mr. Bonacor. Can I do better? Boom,
Here he
right
goes.
here.
Here he
You
goes.
made this, Tom?
That's amazing, Tom. Good work. Good work. Good
All
work.
right, and finally, and I'm still kind of mind-boggled that it's taking Yellow so long to do this sort of thing. They've announced a third King of something. We had King of Tokyo and then King of New York, which came out 2014. And 7 years later, or I guess 8, because this isn't going to come out to 2012, they have a new one coming. But we don't know what it is. King of something. We want to make a guess?
I know what my guess is.
Well, if they're showing it with a volcano, I might be like King of the Underworld, or King of the Island, or King of Hawaii.
I think it's King of Atlantis. That's my guess.
Ooh, that's a good. That's
King
a good
of
guess.
Atlantis is a very, very good guess.
That is also, I mean, it is one of the guesses that Eric Martin makes in his write-up on BG. I'm not going to claim credit for that, but he said a few things, and I thought King of Atlantis sounded right. And then based on the pictures I saw, I think that's a solid guess. I think that's what they might be going for here. Just lean into the fantasy, right?
I assume none of this, except for that art, is part of the game. They're not
no
putting trees and volcanoes in there, much less sand, of course. So
yeah, but those little tokens, I bet, are part of the game. So we'll see how that works.
Yeah, the tokens that we see there, the cardboard that we see.
All right, a really interesting combo here next. Richard Garfield with Alea Games. I don't think that's ever happened before. Yep. And then with a really cool illustration, Cam Kendall here. This game, it's Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. It's a roll and write. I normally am not that interested in roll and writes. You know, they're fun or not, but I don't get excited about them. But I'm excited about this one for those 3 reasons. Alea, Richard Garfield, and that art. That's a good combo for me.
I hadn't heard of this one. That looks awesome. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about it.
Garfield does not. What size box this is.
Yeah, who knows? What were you going to say, Steven?
Yeah, Garfield doesn't work with lots of different companies, really. I don't think the way many designers who have such a name. So this is definitely interesting to see him working with Alea and roll and write. I do get excited about them, and this is a thematic roll and write, so this should be kind of cool.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Yeah.
All right, the new gigantic Vital Lacerda game, which is upcoming, is called Weather Machine, with Vital Lacerda and Ian O'Toole. We saw the board. Z was marveling at how many pieces were on the board, but I have to say this is one of my favorite covers I've ever seen. That is a great cover.
I agree with that. This is an amazing, very awe-inspiring cover.
I would put that on my wall. I really like that art. That's fantastic.
You remove the words "weather machine" and obviously, like the words. I would also put that on a wall. I mean, that is a stunning image.
What's the theme here? Do you know a little more than just weather machine? Is it that they're changing weather or predicting weather?
I got to be honest. I didn't read the rule book. I looked at the board and everything, and it looks like another big giant game with tons of moving parts. But I don't know.
Which is right. That's Lacerda's thing. But his games are also very, very thematic to whatever he's trying to achieve. I really respect his stuff so much. I'm wondering if it kind of looks steampunky. So are they manipulating weather?
Here's what it says on Board Game Geek. It says, in Weather Machine, you're scientists on Professor Lativ's teams tampering with the local weather, adjusting rainfall for farms, maintaining wind and clear skies for energy sources, tweaking the temperature. The problem is, each time you use the weather machine, it alters the conditions elsewhere on the planet, like a butterfly effect.
Yep. So, I love it. I love it.
That is a cool theme.
It's going to be too hard for me to play. It's going to be too hard for me to play, but I love the idea. Love it.
It's 60 to 150 minutes.
There's a range
per player.
All right.
Awesome.
And then finally, is it Messina or Messina?
I think
Messina.
Messina.
Messina 1347. This is the newest game from Delicious Games. Their first one was Forbidden Island, then Praga last year. And this one here from the designer Vladimir Suchi is coming to America and English-speaking countries from Rio Grande. So looking forward to trying this one out.
Cool.
This one is another 1 to 4 player, 60 to 120. I was looking at the pictures of it. There's a lot of talk about it because it was released at Essen. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks like another move pieces around, big, heavier Euro games.
Not as cool a theme as Weather Machine, I gotta say.
That's true. It's not.
Very agreed on that.
Here you're trying to fight the plague that's infected your town and help save other townsfolk while you try to prosper in your new countryside residence.
Okay.
Fight the plague. Have a great estate. That sounds great.
All righty, folks. And that is the news.
Hi, it's Tarrant.
And Stella from Meeple University and the Dice Tower. Today we are going to talk about two similar games, same game, but different plays. Terraforming Mars and the Ares version. Ares.
Yep, so Terraforming Mars, the classic version with the board and the card drafting and the development on that, versus Ares Expedition, which cuts the board out and introduces the
Roll for Galaxy
mechanic.
Yep.
Phase selection.
Phase selection, that was it. So which one do you prefer, Tarrant? I think I know the answer to this.
I like the classic game.
Yeah.
I know this makes it quicker and it strips out some of the extra mechanics, but I miss those mechanics. I really liked the board. I liked being able to build up the cards as well as the board and find different ways of scoring there. The milestones as well was something really to chase for. So, this one is nice, but it doesn't match up to the original for me.
Maybe because you're used to it so much that you might need to consider or think about it both as two different games, maybe. Anyways, I find Terraforming Mars Ares is a good maybe segue for people who who hasn't played Terraforming Mars yet and want to introduce them to the Terraforming Mars world, but have a bit of a feel of this, and then maybe after Ares you can introduce those to Terraforming Mars and Roll for Galaxy. Maybe not. So I do actually like Terraforming Mars a little bit better as well. Maybe I'm already attached to it. It's probably one of our top games of top 10 games ever, maybe. What do you think? Do you prefer both? Do you like both? Do you prefer one or the other? Let us know in the comments. And I'm Stella.
I'm Tarrant.
From Meeple University and the Dice Tower. See you next time.
All righty, that's it for another board game breakfast. Folks, we have a great thing coming later today. At 2 o'clock, our video of the top 10 things Z Garcia is wrong about.
I have to see that. Yep.
It's great.
I saw that coming up.
Mr.
Nobody told me about
you will
this.
be on the chopping block at some point in the future if you allow us.
I'll allow you to do anything, but I want refuting time.
It's legally binding. Anyhow, we'll see you all back here at 2. Don't forget, Dice Tower East coming in a week. Dice Tower Retreat, open now, not too long. Me, Bonacor, and Z, and Roy, and Mike, and Chris, and Camilla will be there. Camilla's going to be working with us now part-time at the Dice Tower, so you're going to see more of her. So lots of exciting things coming your way. But until next time, I'm Tom Bassel.
I'm Z Garcia.
And I'm the podfather of gaming, Stephen Bonacor.
But he lost to me in the game earlier. Go back and watch it.
Somebody pointed out, Stephen, you ended up with fewer points than you began with. So, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, audience. Appreciate it. Let me set some bad things in there now. Bye.
Bye.